talk about if you're Hispanic descent and you're in the gang, they gonna label you a terrorist. Straight up. And you already know they label you a terrorist and they coming at you with their whole military.
That's the part that King Alpha playing right there.
God, so that means they come to bring it to the forefront. Yeah. You know, they're not hiding it anymore. And if they're gonna go out the northern tribes, they're gonna sneak in and put us in there too. Southern tribes gonna go in there too. They're gonna make a way to put it. And they're labeling us with that T word, man. When they go for that T word, it's serious. Every time Esau say you a T, he coming at you, man. Full-fledged military force. Not no police, military force. You know, go ahead, Hawk.
Hey, I'm sorry for interrupting, but when they put you in that category as a T, then that's when they can invoke the Patriot Act of it. That's the whole purpose of it.
So they going for that right there, man. They about to label like American citizens as T's. And they gonna put them militia groups in there too. Anybody that feel like it goes against a global reset, you gonna be an enemy. You know? Yeah, so everybody gonna be in that, man. It look like he got to go for it now. Like if not this year, sure probably next year. Like the devil can't wait. You know, they fully exposed things that are happening overseas. And the devil's like, man, if I don't go for it now, I ain't gonna never get it. What is that now or never?
I got Revelation 12 and 12 to back you up.
Go ahead, huh?
This is Revelation 12 and 12, and it reads, therefore ye heaven, and ye that dwell therein, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil shall come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
You hear that? Devil coming down great wrath because he know you have a short time. That backs up. It's perfectly what I said. His time is short. Everybody starting, I heard 2/3, you know, Jake starting to call Esau. I'm like, wow, what? You know, that's my job. They start like, hey man, he an Edomite. I'm like, what? Did I just hear that hood Jake call that man so-called white dude an Edomite? So the truth is coming out. Jake is now getting spiritual. You know, they bugged out or whatnot because they watch too much TikTok, but they're starting to get a spiritual team to him. That's never been so. So Esau seeing that, he like, I gotta strike now. Because he don't want to come listen to us, the prophets. You know, we gonna get Jake right. So Esau like, I gotta bring it in now. All his plans overseas is falling apart. Other countries, heathen countries, is mobilizing. China, even his own people, the Russians is mobilizing. Everybody, what was that? Some EU countries no longer recognizes the Ish people and their sovereignty anymore. I remember Elder Michael Chicago pointed that out. I was like, that's big right there. So they're losing the covering cast. So that lets them know, like, I gotta move on them now. You know, Jake over here getting smart, getting some wisdom, knowledge, understanding, still making it. My people over here smoking meth. You know, I'm losing Edomites every day. I gotta make a move now. Systems are falling apart.
I got a quick one back on what you just said, because you said Jake is getting real smart and they're getting their wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and that's in the spirit of King David. Like, this is Psalm 144:9, and it says, keep me from the snare which they had laid for me in the den of the workers of iniquity. Woo. Break that off. Yeah, see right there is that you know, Jake and Yahawadah are getting basically in the spirit of Yahawashi. So therefore we getting in the spirit of prayer, and so once you get in the spirit of prayer, we're actually able to see the snare and the trap that Esau Edom is setting up by way of the law that the Oxford mentioned earlier. Alright, so I can tell y'all just mentioned that one of the laws that they place here in Oklahoma is that they're going to start laboring the so-called Latinos terrorists, you know, the gang members. So that's the snare and the trap by way of their laws, which is the unrighteous decree. Okay? And so because we're recognizing that, alright, we're getting in the spirit, we're able to recognize what the devils are doing. Alright? So I'm gonna read that again, Psalms 141:9, it said, keep me from the snare which they have laid for me. Alright, and that's the spirit right there. Okay, you asking Yahawadah to keep me from the snare that have been laid before me. So when you put yourself in that spirit, Yahawadah will open your eyes for you to see those type of snares. Alright, and then it said, in the gin of the workers of iniquity. And who is the workers of iniquity? It's none other than Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's the one that controls all the resources. He's the one that putting forth these laws that are setting up the snares for Yahawadah.
Yeah, I got one. Hey, this is 1 Peter 3:16. Having a good conscience that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Christ. And that's what they're doing. They trying to find some way in order to have some falsely accuse us so that they can put us all in one group. They're trying to pigeonhole us. You know, they basically is going to say that, you know, the actions of the 2/3 is how we all act and feel, and they're going to accuse us like that.
That goes back to what the scripture was in Ecclesiastes 1:9 said there's no new thing under the sun. You go to the history, there was some dark-skinned Native Americans that was dubbed as Negroes. It's the same scenario. Now they're trying to work a even bigger scenario. That way they can, you know, do their depopulation plans and so on and so forth. So it's basically rotation all over again. Esau Edom just using the same tactic that he's been using for generation to generation.
They use the biblical RICO Act.
Yeah.
They're going to basically, you know, if you call yourself an Israelite, they're going to be like, these Israelites over here, even though we set them up to do this, is doing this, that, and the other. So if you were an Israelite too, then you guilty of the same thing that we accusing them of.
And that's the reason why we get on to a group like IUIC when they do certain things, because that basically makes them ministry to be blamed.
I got one right here. This Psalm 37:12. The wicked plot up against the just and gnash upon him with his teeth. So that right there, that wicked right now, like what I can say right there in the new laws, that's the wicked plotting against the just. Who's the just? The children of Israel. You know, specifically the hopeful elect. The ones that sign and crime for Yahawashi, you know, keep laws, commandments, best of their abilities. You know, got faith, got works. You know, that's the just right there. And what he gonna do? He said, gnash upon him with his teeth. You know, back in the day, they say, hey, I got 8 men out here, we armed to the teeth. Right. Let's talk about weaponry. So this devil, he got a military coming. He got UN troops coming in. He got his police force. He got his military force. He looking to sick that on Jake, man. Like in the Purge movies, especially their first Purge. You know, they're going to tell them, go to Jake neighborhoods, snatch Jake out his house and all of this if he don't comply with, you know, whatever little code they come with. So if Jake doesn't get the micro CHIP, you know, and comply with the new order they're going to establish, they're going to throw you in the camp. And if you don't comply, they're going to try to, you know, off with your head with the guillotines. You know, use their weaponry. If Jake's shooting back, you know, because Esau know this going to be hard. Esau know this is going to be a hard, very move. You know, Jake out here got weaponry. Jake now, a lot of starting to be aware that Esau Edom is the devil in the flesh. So it's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a big time battle. And we're going to need the Lord to look out for us. I'm going to go down to on verse 14. Psalm 37:14 says, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent the bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. So that backs up what the first one said. It said the wicked have drawn out the sword, man. That's going to be calling up their military, sending the UN troops. That's going to be them pulling that sword out. They're going to give the order, man. Any, you know, so-called Negro, Native American, Hispanic, you know, going to act belligerent, lay them out. You know, they're going to look to do that, show it on the TV, to scare the others, and tell them you take their micro CHIP, all will be well for you and your family. You know, first they're gonna tell you probably drink some juice. Then they're gonna say, okay, take the micro CHIP, and then we'll put you in this facility, you'll be good. You know, they wanted to where you own nothing and be happy. So everybody gonna be owning no private cars, you ain't gonna own no land, no house, you're gonna be in like a prison facility. That's how this new order they got is gonna look like.
You're gonna be a forever slave.
God. That's what the devil wants. You can't look back at no history. There's going to be no Bibles, no history, none of that, man. They don't even want no family. They're probably going to do like test tube babies. You know, it's going to be men over here, women over there. Nobody belong to nobody. You a number. You 0384. Go that way.
You can't breed and make children unless I tell you to.
Yeah, they might ain't let you. Might just be test tube babies. Like we grow them in the lab. You keep that stuff to yourself.
What's that movie? Demolition Man?
God.
Put the little helmet
virtual
on.
reality, yeah, they're gonna do that. Hey, yo, better put on some binoculars. Or put on some metaverse. That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna be in your little 4x4 cubicle. And you put your little metaverse on, that's all you get. You know, you might get an hour outside time. And you go back to your cell.
That's if you act right.
Yeah. They say that's you act right. You ain't gonna get no outside time. You gonna be in like a 15-minute city. You got 15 minutes to run out and do everything you need to do and get back to your cell. You call it 15-minute cities. That's gonna be horrible living too, but that's what the devil wanna do.
Yeah, they painting that like it's a good thing now, because what is that over in Dubai? They make that city called the Wall, and then you can get to anywhere within 30 minutes, and it's like a real skinny, like a skinny platform that just stretch across the desert, and they want people to live into that. Like that's a horrible trap right there. But they making it seem like it's something super cool and super advanced where you should do it. But once you fall into it, it's gonna be lights out for you.
They got the one in New York now.
They do.
I don't think they're gonna actually build it, but what they did was they showed how the population of New York today, what the size of it would be required to put all those people in one too. And that shit was not that big. It wasn't longer than what New York is right now. They basically just squished it up and made them have vertical living. You know, like Esau, they like to live in high places. They ain't gonna be able to get too many Jakes to go up in there and be living on the 15th floor, you know, the 50th floor.
Kind of stacked up like some ice, a little bitty area. Yeah, it was horrible living. Like obviously, they try to make it like it's good or something. But them just gonna go for it though.
They make it look like it's paradise, but that shit gonna look like a cell block. It's gonna be nothing but 50 floors up with a little room and a door. You probably got like one little window out the front and one out the back. Like you said, they're gonna have probably like 10 square feet for each person, and that's it.
Yeah. They showed that it's a show, Black Mirror. It's called 15 Million Marrieds, and it showed Jake living in that. He had a little cubicle. You ride a bike, you go back to your little cell, and that's how you live. But if you go like got a talent or do some porn, they'll let you live in a little bigger area. So man, it was horrible.
This is a brother that's in LA. It's a Mexican dude. He did a lesson where it was showing how it was instead of it going up, it went down. And that shit was basically the same idea. It's just gonna be little cubicles, you know, little Section 8 apartments basically. And they making it now. They got like trees and everything, made it look like it's great living. Them trees and all that plants and hanging out there, that shit ain't gonna be there. That shit gonna be nothing but concrete.
Straight cell block. How they gonna do it, man? But hey, I'm gonna go on this one. This is Psalm 37:13. This is why we don't wear it. It said, "The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." And that's us right there, man. The prophets, man. Everybody in this truth, the house of David. We laughing at Esau like, hey, Esau, Yahawashi about to come and bust all that up. Like how we was talking about what Esau want to do, his plan, putting us a cubicle. That ain't about to be, man. You know, as soon as he think he gonna cap it off, I got him. Yahawashi gonna show up. They gonna tell us it's an alien invasion. We gotta fight the aliens. And hey, Yahawashi about to, hey, like say, snatch crowns off their head, man. He about to run it. They gonna start trying to nuke them, and they gonna nuke themselves. All this stuff gonna burn up. You know, so he ain't got that much longer. And really, Esau kind of know that. So when we say stuff like that, it makes him angry. You know, he like, man, hey, I'm about to do something about the brothers on the highway edges, on the block. I don't want to hear that. That's why they got their little witch doctor out there trying to offset the prophecies, which they not. You know, I'm looking at them like that's gonna be all for naught, devil. That's gonna get that work.
Right there, what the scripture say about a witch? You know, we said I suffer not a witch to live.
They out there, she out there blowing them, doing witchcraft, and this devil desperate. This devil is desperate.
I tripped off that part.
Yeah, they scared, man. They like, oh, we gotta get it, man. We gotta do something, man, because nothing's going their way. Everything is not going their way at all. That's what devil, I gotta hear them cap it off. Everything falling apart, you know. They can't get their Tesla to drive right. You know, the AI starting to act up, at least the ones that they show us. Everything, nothing's going right for them. Everything's collapsing, you know, because his wisdom gets took away. At this time, he's trying to pull off his biggest move with his wisdom being gone. They got Henry Kissinger, then that devil, going to spirit world. He can maybe be born into slavery. So they losing their big time players. And these anybody's like my age and younger, and they dumb as a box of rocks, man. I'm looking like you sure can't get the plan off with him. You know, you look at Joe Biden's son, he worried about smoking crack rocks. He ain't worried about getting no agenda off the ground. Shoot, he looking for a Jake so he get a yellow rock off of him. Like shit. Yeah, he gotta get that crack rock, man. He ain't trying to run no plan or nothing. They flipping a little corn, a little crack rock. Hey, Joe Biden's son gonna run out crazy, man. So hey, Joe Biden about to kiss the bucket. Jerry Jones about to kick the bucket. All this old Edomites about to kick the bucket. They looking at their sons like, man, you an F-up. I can't rely on you. That's why they planting the A out here. I can't give it to this fool right here. Hey, Jake selling him to the monkey. What he gonna do? I gotta put in, hey, Chat GPT, do your thing. They gotta put in Alexa. They hope Siri get the job done.
The scripture said that, I can't think of the precept, but loosely paraphrasing, it says that him and his seed will be spoiled. And we're seeing his seed being spoiled right now, man. He's been spoiled because he know he got a short time left, and his seed can't handle nothing no more.
That's Jeremiah 49:10. That's him being made first. I know exactly what you're saying. We might have to get there. That's a good one. Because that goes with what I said. His seed is spoiled. So that's why he has to use artificial intelligence. Because his next generation, they're done. This Edomites is done, man. They don't know what to do. All they want to do is, I can't even say shoot their guns no more. The ones my age shoot their guns. The 20-year-olds, they looking to get some ride off in them, man. They paint their nails doing drag shows.
Damn.
You know, the 18, 19-year-old Edomites, they say they're not going to war. They just want to pop their pills and get online. That's all they want to do. You know, dress in high heels and stuff. So, that generation's done.
I'm going to read that since I quoted it.
Ahead,
Jeremiah 49:10 says, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and he is, and his neighbors, and he is not, man. So, hey, that just lets you know, man. Everything that has something to do with Esau, Edom, man, is, hey, it's going down the drain, man. You don't want to attach yourself with that guy.
Yeah, I got a point right quick. Esau ain't getting no more instructions from them left-hand angels like, you know, his people in the past. That's what he came up with the AI, because he ain't, you know, the Most High done left him after prayer. He said, yo, my little game plan with you is over with. He ain't nothing but destruction for you. You know, he ain't giving him no more, you know, information on how to do things. He like, I got everything. Like I say, I created the Smith for destruction. He like, I didn't give you everything I need you to be. You got everything in place for me. You didn't cut him off.
Yeah, that's good. That's a beautiful point right there too. There's a preacher that says there's a boundary in which he can't pass.
Hey, I'm about to bring it out. That's spirit, because I said to bring it out.
That's where he is now.
Hey, this is Job 14:5. See, his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. That's one of his bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah.
So, hey, go ahead and break it down.
Yeah, that's what he said right there. That's the boundary in which he can't pass, because even Apostle Paul said that are vessels created for honor and that are vessels created for dishonor. And Esau is that vessel of dishonor, and so that way he can't do no right. And that's why when I can mention that he created the Smith, you know, because he created the Heavenly Father created him to, you know, be able to create all these destructions. That's what he was created for. So he's the vessel of dishonor. So that's his bound. That's his boundary. He can't go past anything wicked. Okay? Anything righteous that come in his mind, even if he do it on accident, he did it unintentionally. All right? Because that's what he is. He's a wicked individual. And that's how Yahawah created him.
God made him to be the sword. The sword has been perfected. All the ossidiums have been made. All the bombs been made. All the pestilences, the diseases been made.
Yeah.
So Esau, his job is done. Yeah, I'm trying to use him for what he used him for. Now his last little thing he gonna do is initiate Jacob's trouble, which he gonna let all hell rain through. You know, stick his robotic military force, his human military force, whatever super soldiers, little aliens he done spliced together, mutants should I say. You know, he done spliced together. You know, dudes with half cat, you know, they got their CRISPR technology. So you got super soldiers gonna throw out there, stuff you see in movies.
Yeah, even Apostle John even break down all of his boundaries right here, because he called him a thief. He said the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And that's everything within his bounds. Okay, he can't go past stealing, killing, and destroying. That's it. Anything righteous that comes to his mind, he's gonna disregard it. You know, and that's why everything that you seeing is basically pretty much wrong. Like what's that? Isaiah 5:20. He said, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil." Okay, so that's his bound. Everything that is evil is good to him. You know, he eating raw meat without it cooked. That's good to him. You know, eating blood, drinking blood, all of that's good to him.
They got one more point to wrap everything up right here. We just brought up in the last 5 minutes. the show that we just said was biblical. It's basically the same thing with King Saul. When the Most High was finished with King Saul and started favoring King David, he cut him off. And what did Saul do? He went to a witch, just like what these people at the WEF went to.
Yeah.
You know, trying to find some answers because, you know, the Most High ain't picking up, you know.
Cut him out, hear that downtone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this out, because this goes what we just talked about. This is Job 21 and 30. The wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They should bear forth to the day of wrath. You know, so hey, they've been reserved for destruction, man. So, like y'all been saying, man, Yahawashi done cut Esau off. Now his job is to get messed up. Like scripture say, the sword should enter into his own heart. You know? So now we about to witness that. We about to see the reward of the wicked. You know, we gonna sit back. You know, Lord willing, we're in the house of David. You know, Lord willing, we are a part of the hopeful elect, and we're gonna see Esau get his judgment, man. So they going to their bunkers. Every time before we open up camp, these devils gonna run to their bunkers and hope they're gonna be alright. And that's what we're gonna dig them up out of. You know? But before that happens, he gonna initiate all hell. He gonna do his campaign to cut off the 2/3, what we call him that. In Zechariah 13 and 8. You know, all these little hard-head Jake, they don't want to let Yahawashi reign over them. They just want to be niggas and be hoes and be out here and just feel they better. They about to, hey, see, like we've been telling Esau eating the white man's the devil. They, no, that white man good to me. And the minute this devil about to show me the devil, then they gonna be running hollering. You know, Eve, her little wig gonna fall off, little eyelashes gonna fall off. She's running from, you know, then she gonna be looking for help. And the warning, we told you. The warning went out. We warned you that this devil was gonna get, you know, real vicious. Jake thinks stuff for game. But it's so wide open right now, Akim, that Esau is televising his secret council now. The witchcraft, you know what they said, the switching, it's all out right now. But you look at Jake, man, Jake still watching Nasty Red, Suki Hana, NBA Youngboy, they still want to be niggas out here. You know, they still want to sell the dope, be the gangster nigga on the block, like we said, over there can't be real pimpalicious, and not know, like, hey, man, destruction is coming. This devil, he's about to come with it. And everything he got in the arsenal coming out. We talking about chemical warfare, you know, bio warfare, you know, robotics, killer robots.
Disease X.
Yeah, as I said, I said bio warfare.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's disease.
Yeah,
bio warfare. That devil go, man, he can do a chemtrail and release Ebola from the sky. You know what I'm saying? Or release it with a bomb or something. Go spray it at a Walmart door or something. You know what I'm saying?
There's like 2 states that don't let them do that now.
No?
Yeah,
Texas.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah,
too.
Texas and another state, they didn't pass laws. They don't let them just come and spray them like that no more.
Yeah.
Shoot, they go pay a little Edomite to do it. But nobody know. Edomite is going there. And everybody, that's Ebola right there.
Start doing it at night.
Disease X right there, you know. Go to a school and just get the spraying. You know, that's easy work for Esau to do.
Yeah, all they got to do is portray themselves like the yard, man. You know, the petulant, man.
Hey, he be a janitor. You think he mopping the floor, he's spreading the bowl out. You never know. He getting $2 million for that. Or he might go somewhere and Esau just knock him off.
They just have to go to the water company.
Exactly.
Early 2000s, when they had that arsenic in the mail.
Yeah, I remember that. I said they could do it in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it only take one person to get it.
Hey, they
I
already.
think you about to open the bill up, nigga.
Yeah, you don't open up some Ebola.
Some powder and spray.
They already got that like on the receipts. They got that on the receipts, that BPA, which caused you to be sterile.
Yeah, that's it. So they ain't easy for them to do that. They gonna do it too. They telling us they gonna do it. They call it disease X. I'm like, that sounds diabolical.
Like Trump said that if he get reelected, he gonna reject going to CBDC. But you that's in the prophecy.
They do control opposition.
You ain't got nothing to do.
That's they off that dude, man. That's Putin's boy. They say he can be lying. They get swindled. That's controlled opposition. They say he'll move.
That's how, you know how they gonna say anything for them to get elected. Cause that's what Biden did anyway.
Exactly.
Thank you guys, man. For real. Pass the money, I give it to you. I ain't.
Well, then I'll
bless
bless
y'all, man.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I say. That dude a lot too. And for him to say that, he'll initiate CBDCs when he get in.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I remember during
You gotta do the
election.
opposite of what these devils talking about they gonna do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, man, they gonna unleash hell, man. Esau about to unleash everything he got, man. And UN troops, everybody coming to the border is not just for here to be no migrant or get housing. No, they're here to carry out an order. And the number one suspect on the board is Yahawah, man, the children of Israel. That's what we got to get rid of. You know, they're gonna come after us harshly. They probably gonna put us first on the list. Go to all poor neighborhoods where you see brown and yellow people and round them up. You know, do it like this. You know, they're gonna cut the internet off. So can't nobody be on Facebook telling it. Like, hey, they up in D-Dirty's house, you know what I'm saying? I heard they did this. They gonna cut that off. You gonna see tanks and MRAPs running down your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? About to get like that real soon. They already started at the border. They talking about what's that? Federal agents is fighting with the military over how to do the border. That would be the start of civil war right there.
Those Brazilian natives, they were talking like Christ during COVID. You think of all the Muslims that are living in South America, and you think of all the native people that were there were dropping like flies. How was that?
Yep, like guerrilla warfare. That's how they
just
doing.
like out of nowhere, all these little villages that nobody goes to. The only one that you can get in, you only can get a pass. If you watch documentaries like I watch, you gotta go through the chief or through the elders to get even in there. And so when they brought them in there, they were gone.
Yeah, they sent the Red Cross in there.
They said, yeah, I'm gonna say the juice. They probably gave them some juicy juice.
Hey, but that's why they classifying the Mexicans as terrorists. Like we said, they gonna come straight for us. They gonna make us look like the enemy. We're the problem.
And everybody that be in the Black Lives Matter rallies, hey, you gonna be labeled as a terrorist. And Esau can just come. Like I say, he might get a droid to come out there with an AK on it and just and lay everybody out. And then he'll say they was terrorists, and then that way the public will be like, okay, they was terrorists. No support where they shouldn't have been doing that. They did this and that. And they just look working like that.
And the fact that you said that, think about who's he gonna feed that information to? Those simple-minded individuals that's gonna believe everything that Esau said. You know, any individual that say, well, if it ain't on the news, then I don't believe it. You know, that's who's gonna really believe the narrative, who still believe the narrative of Esau either. And those are the issues. Those are the ones that gonna get destroyed right along with this system.
Anytime you hear somebody talking about voting, they fall into that category.
Yeah.
And you still don't realize your vote don't count.
Right.
You lost.
Right, that's why they call it election, you know what I mean? Because they already selected, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a matter of which one of these people is fit for the agenda at that time, at that point in time right there.
That's the same way as you're going to show them that you're going to take the chip. Because when you go and vote, you just let Esau know, yeah, I'm down with what you're talking about.
Right.
You know, that's the same thing that's going to happen when the chip come out. People that's going to go down there and volunteer is the ones that's down from day one with what he's talking about.
Still under that strong delusion.
Yeah.
They should have been woke up that like the vote don't mean nothing. But what man is a lot of the older generation. I'm like, man, you ain't gonna never wake up.
That's that old wine bottle.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, you know, on the Apostle Bar, I always say, you know, you got to learn your words. If you don't learn your words, then you're not going to catch on to what the devil is doing. That's a part of studying the Torah chapter 2.
I'm bringing this out right here. This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. They go back to what we said earlier. Esau's hurtful works are fulfilled. He done fulfilled all that. The earth, they ain't never about to be destroyed if Yahawashi don't come back and cleanse his devil up. You
can name off the same thing like that C-19 situation. Information coming out about that. People that died about how they made everybody go and get that. You know what? That's a hurtful way being fulfilled right there. You know, you can go take it back to the Tuskegee experiment. All of those hurtful work that he thought Edom had done in the society is being fulfilled. And that's what that scripture is talking about right there. He definitely did a number on the whole population.
I'm sorry, it's kind of like when the soldiers were bringing all those cold natives, and they were all cold on the East Coast, and they brought them blankets and they gave them disease.
With the smallpox.
Yeah, the smallpox.
Exactly.
Yep.
They doing it then. That's what I said. They did that back then with little technology. You think the devil stopped it? He got big technology?
Right.
Heck nah, he cooking up something real good right now. Splicing it. You know, like that, what's that video game? Videos of Resident Evil?
Yeah.
That ain't just a video game. They never do that. You know?
Yeah, they showing you what they doing on
Yeah, they never do that.
Yeah.
You know, in a laboratory, CDC. You know, they control diseases. You know, that's why the Lord said that, hey, there's going to be death being spread. He said the sword and famine. You know, Walmarts will not be stacked up with everybody going crazy. You're going to hear gun battles, explosions, hollering. Ain't no go out and go to work at that time. Nah, man, you're going to see mass death in the streets. You're going to see people running for their lives, and Esau going to be chasing down in army fatigues, gunning them down. Clear this squadron, soldier. You know, isolate whatever they're going to call us, migrants, tangos. And they're going to come up with a name to dehumanize us. You know, make sure all those tangos are neutralized. You know, and keep it moving.
That's that order out of chaos.
Then they're going to have the 50 cal. Dude's going to be on top of the 50 cal, gunning them down. Tat, 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 tat. Ain't no go to Walmart. Ain't going to be no I'm planning my family vacation. There's going to be life or death out here in a minute. I said the fear of the Lord going to be out here in a minute. You know, Jake's right now don't want to hear, pay attention. You know, everything going cool, but hey, as soon as you try that, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, blow. They going to be somewhere, you got a Bible? You got a Bible? What the Bible say? What's the name?
Woe is me, woe is me.
Yeah,
what y'all doing those days?
Yeah, that's gonna be too late. Then you in your life. You know, you should have got the truth that we told you. The devil's gonna come. Go ahead, Arthur.
Hey, what you were just saying about what they're gonna classify as, the CDC already classified the people that's gonna be in that situation as zombies. You know, the public play it off because when they say zombies, we think about all of the TV shows and movies.
Video games.
But essentially, the zombies to the federal government is just gonna be people that's out there willing to do everything to survive.
Brain
you know?
dead.
Yeah. That's what it,
That's
that's. And you can go to the CDC. They got the whole plan broke down what they gonna do when that situation happens.
Yeah, they got a thing broke off in sections.
Yeah.
In sections, and then they got the FEMA, the color list. Yeah, they got it all broke down, so they about to do it. They about to implement it. Probably this year or next year, real soon. It's about to go down. That's what we're trying to tell Jake to get out here with a sense of urgency. But you know, when I be looking at our people, I'm like, man, they still playing. I'm like, man, the devil on TV telling me he ain't playing. He telling you his plans. They up here blessing their little moves and stuff, telling you we about to do this, and I got this type of weaponry, and we just gonna mow them down. We like, the devil getting busy. And Jay come out, like you say, Jay come out. Hey, we need to vote. When they say that, man, that's a dead body talking to me. That's a corpse. As soon as I hear that, I'm talking about vote.
But hold on for a second. I'm sorry for interrupting you. You know, that's what the whole idea of the 15-minute cities, that's just going to be their safe zones. You know, when the situation starts going off this cliff like that, it's going to be a lot of people that want peace and safety, and they're going to be basically, you know, you can come down and get on this bus, we'll take you down, you know, to Dallas or up to Denver or to Kansas City, because if you remember off the list, it was no 15-minute cities through up the middle of America where we live at. This right here is going to be like a dead man's zone. You're going to either get on the bus and go wherever we tell you we're going to take you, or when we come back through here, we shooting, it's going to be on site.
Yeah, on site. If I see you, I'm done and down.
Excuse me, I didn't want to interrupt you.
You good? Because y'all break you both down in precept that I had put up anyway. This is Ecclesiastes, aka Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 17. And it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. But really, when you go read up a little bit, it said, verse 10, it said, never trust thy enemy. You know, for having, but like an iron was, so is his wicked. And they talk about Esau, even was talking about white man, because he has that strategy, that order out of chaos. All right, and he's going to create the chaos, and he's going to bring forth the order. And so this was verse 17 is talking about. I'm going to read it again from the top. And it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. Okay, because he's the one that set up the adversity. And then you're going to see him coming around, and he's going to come and present himself like he's the Savior. All right, that's why it says, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Okay, and that's exactly what these devils are getting ready to do. Okay, they're going to undermine you, and to the point where they're going to say, hey man, you know, just like the Octane, these 15-minute cities, before you enter into the 15-minute city, you got to get that electronic tag in your right hand or in your forehead. You know, before you can eat in my system, you got to do what I tell you to do. That's where you're going to come and undermine you right there. Okay, And then verse 18, it said he would shake his head and clap his hand and whip his butt and change his countenance. Okay? Right from the start, he's gonna smile in your face. I can help you out. You know, all you gotta do is do this. And in the minute you see something that you don't agree with, then you're gonna see that angry face. That's him changing the countenance right there. Right? And that's exactly how the devil operates, man. So that's why you shouldn't trust the devil.
And now to bring some balance to it. Now, at the same time there's gonna be destruction raining out, there's also be salvation raining out. The Lord gonna show himself. There's gonna be miracles happening as that's going on. So this is Isaiah 41 and 14. Fear not thy worm Jacob, the yea men of Israel. I will help thee, said the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So right there he said, yea men of Israel. He didn't say the whole world. The Lord does not care about these heathen nations or nobody else. He's going to help the men of Israel. You know, he said we like worms right now. We ain't got no power. You know, nothing. Just all we can do right now is point it out and declare that Esau is the devil and call it out. You know, but the Lord said, hey, what's that, Isaiah 59:19? When the devil come in like a flood, hey, the Lord said I'm going to lift up a standard. So he said I'm going to help the men of Israel. That's when that power going to kick in. That's when people going to find out that the 144,000 is real. The Lord got men that's here. He got a military that's here to about to get raised up. You know? And then the Lord going, hey, he going to show everybody this is what to do. These men, they going to run it. And I'm going to read this right here. Isaiah 41 and 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and thou shalt make the hills chaff. So Esau about to get a foot put up in him, man. Ain't gonna be no just, oh, I'm gonna just beat up on the children of Israel, beat up on the children of Israel. No, it's gonna be a comeback for that. You know, children of Israel gonna get raised up. Those men gonna get their crown. And then that foot gonna go back to Esau. Esau can get back down. That's why the devil's in the bunkers right now. He know about that. The devil's scared. You know? Everybody gonna throw it out there. He hope for the best, but he knows something bad about to happen to him. You know?
I want to bag you up. Because like the brother did say, the 144 is going to get raised up. Not to mention the Lord is going to send Michael down to wreak shop on Esau and the nations as well. And you read Daniel 12 and 1. It says, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince was standing with the children of thy people. And Michael going to stand up and help the elect the nation of Israel in that day to come. And it's a balance, like the brother said. Some people going to get their judgment, some going to get salvation. But reading on, it says, the great prince will stand with the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time, the people shall be delivered. And that's the elect is going to be delivered. It says, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And everyone that's going to be found written in the book is the hopeful elect. Those who were studying and to show themselves approved, and those who was, use their grace period wisely by studying the truth and, staying away from the world. But verse 2, it says, and many of them shall sleep in the dust of the earth. Many of them shall sleep in the dust of the earth, shall awake to everlasting life. So some people are going to wake up to that, wake up in that time of trouble and, get saved. But some people are not. They're going to get destroyed. And it says, and some to shame and everlasting contempt, man. And those are the people that's in the earth right now, walking around like honky door, everything is lovely. We need to vote or let's get the bag. That's the only way to save us is black economics and all of those people. Hey man, they're gonna be shamed and everlasting contempt. But those who trust in the Lord and who knows what's going on, hey, they're gonna be the ones who get delivered out of this thing.
I got it quick one. Y'all pretty much buffed this down. I had this pulled up too. This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, and starting in verse 30, and it says, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Lord Yahawah thy power, and shalt be obedient unto his voice, for the Lord Yahawah thy power is merciful power. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he has swear unto them. Right? And so that's pretty much, y'all pretty much broke that down right there, man. So as long as you learn and turn back from your sins and listen to the voice of Yahawashi, then you will be able to get delivered out of here. That is the balance that like the Archimate just said.
I got one too right here. This is why this is happening, man. Esau has to be cast down. We need new management. The earth needs new management. You know, otherwise won't no life be here. Esau does nothing beneficial. Everything he does is pervert and corrupt and profane everything. Like we talking about that earlier. Like Esau, he's a terrorist on life. He destroys life. You know, but Yahawashi is looking for life to thrive. So this is Ecclesiasticus 10 and 14 or Sirach 10 and 14. The Lord have cast down the throne of the proud princes and set up the beacon their steed. Verse 15. The Lord uprooted the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. So all this stuff is happening to get rid of Esau, man. To take Esau out of power. You know, he has to come up out of there. In order for life to thrive, in order for stuff to be in abundance. So Esau, he's about to go. That's why, like when I read there earlier, we're gonna come down with great wrath. This devil know he about to come out of power. He knows it. He's mad about that. Who's coming next? We got next. You know, we happy about that. We patiently waiting on that. That's why we looking like, come on down, devil. You know, do what you gonna do.
And it's fitting for this devil because, like we said, he's against peace, man. He's against life. And the scripture said, like, everything, this world, you know, earth is a life form, man. And this dude does everything to destroy it. That's why the Lord said he will destroy those who destroy the earth. And I can't think of where precept that is, but that's definitely it.
I'll get ready to pull it up, and my tablet went dead off the roof. I got you. I'm gonna read it to you.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 11 and 18. Let me get it real quick.
You know what it is?
Yeah, it's chapter 11 and 18. I'm in the wrong chapter.
Revelations 11 and 18.
You want me to get it?
Revelation 11 and 18.
I can get it right quick.
I got it.
I got it. But this Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and their wrath was come. And the time of the dead that they should be judged. And that thou shalt give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints. And them that fear thy name, small and great. And shalt destroy them which destroyed the earth.
You see that? Man, he said he's going to give a reward to his prophets, man. That's going to be that salvation. And that's going to be that rulership of the earth, like which shall righteously be ours. Because the Lord said, hey, this earth was made for our sake, man. But us being disobedient, he put Esau Edom above us so we can learn the definition of wickedness, man. And we see the dude being wicked, destroying the earth, and we're going to see his punishment too at the end of this, man. And it's going to be nothing short of amazing. Whenever you see a whole nation of people get destroyed, and they was the ones putting hell on you from day one. Hey, like Obadiah 1 and 18, we're going to see them actually get rounded up and burnt to stubble. After a 1,000-year slavery period, that's going to be lovely to the hopeful elect, man. It's going to be beautiful. And it's righteous and it's fitting for that devil because he destroyed everything on this earth, man. You got it out.
You know, so we patiently waiting on their reward. How about Yahawashi? And then while we wait, we got to do what? We got to endure. We got to endure, you know, because it's about to get real heavier. This devil going to start cutting out power. You know, he's going to start cutting the water off, doing things to try to force you into taking his micro CHIP. So get ready for the hardship. Get ready for temptation, because that's coming. Because the devil, he's desperate, you know. He's going to start taking food out. You know, you're going to start seeing shelves get short. You know, people going to be fighting over the last little bit of oodles and noodles. You know, so it's about to get rough. And the reason it's getting rough because the devil, he's at the end. You know, you in a car, and it's running out of gas, you get to the end, it starts sputtering. You know, we at the sputtering stage. And he's about to get, he about to throw a hissy fit. I mean, everything this devil got. I'm talking about satellite weaponry. I'm talking about hypersonic frequency weaponry, microwave weapons, like stuff you only thought was in movies. This devil gonna use it, you know? Like you might be in your house and all of a sudden you hear a loud sound that hurt your ears. He make everybody run out in the street. You know, he tell everybody, you go get this and I'll turn it off. Or if you get this, you won't hear it no more. He gonna start doing stuff like that, trying to make people bow down to him. You know, he's at his last little bit of his run. And everybody's figuring him out, he's looking bad. So he gotta, 2/3 gonna know that Esau's a devil real soon. And they gonna be the most hurt. Like, I thought the devil loved me. He gave me a job. The devil looked out for me.
That's why the scriptures tell you don't be ignorant in any matter, small or great. See, most people don't even know that they even have enemies. Just like the brother read in Sirach 12 where it says, never trust our enemy, man. You never trust these people, man. Because all they do is bring harm to you.
That's why Jake gonna be crying, snot, boogers, and hurt.
And that's why the scriptures also say wisdom, understanding, and knowledge should be the stability of the times when we go into Jacob's trouble. If you don't know, if you don't have wisdom of what's going on and what your enemy is doing and what you should be doing, hey, you're gonna get caught up in it.
That was good to come out. That stability is gonna be real big in these times. A lot of people, like, what's that, Hosea 4:6, they're gonna perish for a lack of knowledge. Because they don't know what's going on. And the devil gonna come in, like I said earlier, he gonna come in like a superhero, or I got it, get this, or go get that, I got your back, we love you, you know, all that little stuff. And Jake gonna fall for it, and then they get it, gonna look stupid.
And they already ran that play. They already ran that play just 3 years ago.
God, that's why I'm looking at Jake like, you fall for it again, you dumb as I don't know what. What they say, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. You know what I'm saying? Shame on me.
Shame on me.
You know, because that's gonna be on them. Like I said, they ran it before and lied. This gonna came out they done lied. You know, and I love showing Jake that at my job too. I come show Jake the little article, read that. You know, everybody was like, go get it, and you know, really for that juice. I'm like, look at that. What's that saying right there? They feel dumb. You know, real dumb. What they should. They're just gonna run it again. Again, we told them don't get it. He lied. Hey, I'm gonna go get it. Hey, telling us we stupid. You know, that split up a lot of families. A lot of families got broke up over that. You know, that was their divide and conquer. You know, you gotta get rid of that unity. Some people say you can't come to my house if you ain't had those shoes. And now they looking dumb. Now we telling them, I don't want you on my house. You done had some shoes. You know, you might spend some nano bots out over here or something. You know what I'm saying? Keep your butt over there. So it's reverse. You know. Jake out here, man, I say these Jakes, man, they still ain't got a clue. Then when Jake do get a clue, he don't watch the TikTok. If I get my melanin up, you know what I'm saying? If I activate my melanin, then they can't get me.
Yeah, you seen that video with Elder Malazakbar talking about the dude on at the beginning of the video.
Talking about the nuclear. You know, the nuclear to him. That's what Jake did. That's what I'm saying. That's what Jake do. They watch a TikTok. If you put something in your butt, it activates your kundalini. Your kundalini opens up your third chakra. Then your third eye open up. Then you go into Godhood.
My third eye gotta just stay closed, man. That's going too far.
And what you need, the black woman is God. You know, the black woman can take it out. And I'm like, man, and I heard crazy stuff. Jake getting bugged out on TikTok. You know, I mean bugged out. You know, it's good Jake trying to get spiritual, you know, or whatnot, but they going into, you know, the wrong path.
Yeah, basically.
They're going down the wrong path.
Yeah. And that's what Yahawashi said right there. He said, many that be that, with Luke paraphrasing, he said, Luke paraphrased, there are many ways to go that leads it into destruction. And there's only one way to lead it to the truth, and that's these words right there.
And they done heard it. Everybody done heard it. You know, you done had little sellout celebrities say it, so everybody know about it, so they mean they shunned it. And I noticed they like that little chakra stuff, that hotel comedic, that's big with our people. The witchcraft and all that spiritualism. You know, the ancestors, I heard a lot of Eve say that. I'm gonna pray to my ancestors. Like, help you are your ancestors. Your ancestors, they go out to do that help you. We saw come down great wrath. You gonna pray to your ancestors?
You know how Esau, cause you know how they make the movies about those. Like anytime you watch a movie or show about witches, they always have something to do with ancestors. They always pray to their ancestors. That's the same scenario, man. So that's just a form of witchcraft or necromancer.
You just got to go to Ecclesiastes like 1 and 11, and it tells you that you don't have no remembrance. So the people that's their ancestors that's still up there with the Father, they have no connection with the people down there.
Right.
Actually, you don't even realize, Taylor said, your ancestors, you don't even have no remembrance of the last time you was here.
Yeah.
So how your people that you think is up there looking down that you're praying for, they don't know. They resting in peace, hopefully.
Then you got Jakes that's supposed to be in the truth. They gonna be still hollering on Jesus. That ain't gonna help them. Like they lead told him wasn't no Jacob's trouble. Then it got so hot and heavy, dumping down there. Oh, know what I said, idiots?
Right.
Was it wasn't no Jacob's trouble at that time? I'm like, that right there let you know that dude ain't got it. You better get away from him immediately. You know, he got your name in the database. You're gonna be the first ones to get snatched up. You know? Yeah, that's what the brother brought that out earlier. Yeah, he went to witches and all that stuff. You know, seeking mediums to get saved. Yeah, you got Jakes out here still doing that. I'm gonna pray to my ancestors. They twerk their butt to the ancestors. I'm like, you about to get knocked off real soon. You need to go. I said, Lord about to do a purge, and it's much needed, very much needed, man. I gotta do is look at the hottest rappers now. And look at the people that's listening to them, and they all need to go. The Lord is doing this thing, you know, correctly and in a righteous manner. We just watching it play out. So I'm like, oh my Lord. If you listen to Nasty Red, and Suki Hanas, and NBA Young Boys and all that, you about to go. You know? All that hustle on the block, that's old, man. I was looking at Jake like, you still talking about trying to sell some money? They selling fentanyl now. You trying to sell crack? These dudes smoke fentanyl now, man. Like, that's old, burnt out. Like, and everything's on technology. You selling drugs right now, you getting it from Esau. So you gonna go to jail. You gonna go to jail. You don't want to be in jail during Jacob's trouble. So like, Jake, get off of that, man.
You basically using witchcraft. So shit, your judgment is just gonna be worse than what Esau could do to you by giving you some years. So your judgment gonna be horrible.
Plus Hollywood falling down anyway. That's why I'm looking at Jake, how they still under their enchantment. All them dudes have been known to get their cheeks clapped. So you shouldn't even be looking at them. None of them dudes is men. You know, all the women are whores and harlots. You know, Hollywood is straight garbage. You know, you got Oprah running to hide, Tyler Perry probably right behind her. Hollywood is dying. You better focus on the truth right now and get into it wholeheartedly.
They said that Hollywood sign, that's the wood that the witches use to actually do their enchantments on that. That's what they said. I think that was the Mayan Wilson that said that in the interview on Country Heights.
Yeah, this should be over with by now. Like, it's real stuff going on out here. Nobody worry about all them little shows and all that little wacko stuff. You better worry about how you gonna make it through these issues. This devil telling you his dollars collapse. He telling you the BRICS nations is coming online real powerful. You know, then he making it where he about to attack you. The devil announcing like, yeah, we got a new thing coming out called Disease X. Hey, doing it casually. Then tell you the mortality rate behind it. Like, oh yeah, we looking for about a 70% mortality rate. You know, that's what we looking for. And Jake act like they ain't heard none of that.
Depopulated plan. Matter of fact, they clapped about it.
They said it was 50 million. They planning on dying off the top.
Yeah, that's what they telling that on the news. I'm like, did you hear that, Jake? They talking about taking you out. What you gonna do about that? Huh? You know who you are? You know who to pray to? Man, you better get with it, man. The devils, they ain't hiding stuff no more. They like telling it, man, you a useless eater.
Yeah, that 50 million, like they lower end of their estimate. They like, we can get 50 million, but we're gonna be really shooting for about like 150.
Which reminds how they so casually talk about it now. Like, remember they try to hide and play games? That is telling you like, oh yeah, they tell you like it's a news. Like it's a new flavor or something. Yeah, Disease X coming out. Look at 50 million deaths. You know.
Yeah, they got the world conditioned to it now. They ain't ashamed of it no more.
Yeah.
They basically just come out and tell you to your face.
That should wake Jake up though. If Jake had a little, you know, a little sense, they should be like, oh man, hold up. You just talked about unaliving me.
Yeah, but like the dog said, they don't realize it's their enemy telling them that. They thinking that's somebody they can trust. You know, they can't ID their enemy. So, you know, you willing to latch on to anything if you out there like that.
Yeah, that's a straight fool. That's like, I'm coming to rob you at 5 o'clock, you know. And I don't take it seriously like that. I was like, he ain't eating this plan. Then I'm gonna cry when he really come in my house with a gun, thinking, you know, somebody done really did me wrong.
They gonna
like,
be thinking they coming to save them. When it's chaos and Esau show up at the door with the gun, they gonna think that's the rescue party.
Man, they crazy, I don't know what.
Jump in the van with Esau, he gonna take their ass out back.
Yep. Especially they over capacity. Gotta knock those off. We already fitting in 15,000. That's gonna happen to them. They feel entitled. They be like, me? I did all that bootlicking for Esau. He gonna do me like this? Like, yeah, man. He gonna give you a just reward. Open your mouth and blam on him. Just like that. That's what you get for trusting in that devil.
Isaiah broke it down perfectly right here. This is Isaiah 13 and 15. And it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. In verse 16. And it said, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravaged. And that's exactly what you should be expecting during those times right there, man. You pretty much worried about Esau leaving society, going unto him, you trying to help build up to it. That's what you're gonna be expecting, man.
They
right
said
there in verse 16, this is very hard right here in verse 16 right here, because he said their children also shall be dashed to pieces. And I just mentioned when you see them UNs who come and bust down your door and they should kill your children right there in front of your eyes, man. That's a terrible judgment right there. And he said, and everyone, and he said, before their eyes and their houses shall be spoiled. They going through, taking all your food, tearing up your couch and so on and so forth, knock down your TV. And he said their wives ravaged, man. You know, they tie you down and rape your wife right there in front of you, man.
That's Jake's fault, because they not judging the times that we in. Like, this stuff about to get real hot and heavy. And the devil's telling you that, you know. He's letting you know what he about to do. You know, you can say you got the border crisis. You know, you got all these crises going on. That shit, like, your alarm should be going off. Like, man, something ain't right, man. Let me go get some knowledge. Let me see what's really going on. Let me quit doing what I've been doing. That ain't giving me nothing. Turn that Channel 6 News off. You know, it's not doing nothing for me. Let me seek out some knowledge, some wisdom. Who got it? Oh man, you breaking that Bible down, man. Let me hear what they got to say. You know, because I'm gonna bring this out right here. This Romans 11 and 7. And it says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which is seeking for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So right now, you want to have the eyesight. You want to see what's going on. You don't want to be the blind. As far as us, hopefully elect, we know what's going on. We done obtained the truth, the testimony of Yahawashi, because he's telling us what's going on. It's the spirit of prophecy. So now we telling the nation, like, this that time for Jacob's trouble. This devil about to come with a sword, you know. But to close up shop and run through with his military.
I want to back you up. This is Zephaniah 1 and 17. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither shall their, it says, neither their silver nor gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So if you dwelling in the land of Esau Edom, dwelling on this earthly, how Esau Edom running the earth, hey, the Lord gonna make a speedy riddance of you, man. And he said he's gonna devour men because they walk blindly, man. You see, they over here believing what Esau Edom says, which is their enemy, not knowing that the truth is where you can get the life from. And the scriptures is where you get the life from to get the truth. So they over here looking like, with the Ray Charles glasses on, really just walking around the earth blinded, man, in darkness. And the Lord said he's about to destroy them with a harsh destruction, man. It said their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their bodies as dung, man, on the streets. That's heavy right there.
And other precept, but what you just say that silver and gold they shall not be accepted, and that's another precept in the proverb where they say riches profit not in the day of wrath, and that right there to let you know, like the American dollar, like all this money, everybody got that 5-year plan saying, hey, I'm gonna make this amount of money in 5 years, but when all hell breaks loose, that's not gonna mean nothing, man. That's not gonna save you. When those UN troops are running through America, you be like, hey man, I do whatever you can. I got $1 million in the bank. That's not gonna save you, man. It's not. Because why? Because the American dollar is gonna be so devalued to the point where, I bring it out all the time. They gonna be toilet paper now. That money gonna be toilet paper. It's gonna be stuff you're gonna use that for campfire. That's how worthless that dollar's gonna be. You know.
This truth is going to be the only thing that's going to be of value in that day, because it's going to lead you and guide you the right way. If you got this truth, you're going to have the Holy Spirit resting upon you.
Comes with Yahawah to protect you, which is what we're trying to give to our nation to get this word right here, because it makes you valuable. The Lord's not going. He said, "What's that? He don't love nobody who don't have wisdom. What's that? Wisdom of Solomon 7:28." So if you got wisdom, you're not worthy of Him to be saved. You don't know Him, because what's that? Hebrews 8:10. When He come back, we're not gonna be teaching. Oh, do you know Yahawah? You know laws and commandments? No, you gotta already know that. You know, that's part of the works right there. He said, study to show yourself approved. What? Approved for salvation. You know? A lot of our people they ain't got it. So you ain't worthy. So you gotta you gotta come straight. The Lord gonna do a great reset. You gotta come in fresh, like a baby, in the kingdom. Cause your mind ain't right. You ain't coming in with that nigga mentality. Eve ain't coming into the kingdom twerking. Jake ain't coming in the kingdom, trying to sell sacks and bust on his ops. We're not gonna have that in the kingdom. That's all gonna be done away with. When Esau, that's that wicked works been fulfilled. They're gonna burn up. The Lord gonna burn all that up. So now we just waiting on everything to be, fulfilled. We're gonna keep enduring, standing this truth. You got more put something on?
They got a point right
One
quick.
that go back you up, you got it.
Hey, this go back to show you when y'all saying about like your money can't save you, and you're gonna need this word and the Most High to make it through. To show you how they keep Jake's blinded to it is with the story that came out this week with Rick Ross building his bunker, showing his money and stuff, trying to show if you have money you can get in this bunker and you ain't got to worry about all that what the Israelites talked about. Not knowing that, man, that ain't gonna save you. Your judgment you gonna have to stand on is gonna happen to you regardless of your bunker or not.
America, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed completely.
Yeah.
So your bunker is going to be your grave, man. It's going to be your tomb. So if you trying to save up money to get a bunker here, like you just pretty much, picking a burial plot.
Exactly.
His boys might offer him. They're getting this bunker.
Yeah. Even like in Ukraine, when they Russia killed all of them generals, they was in a bunker that was 300 meters underground. Rick Ross ain't got no bunker that's 300 meters underground. It's probably just like a basement or something, like a deep basement. It's probably like only like 10, 15 feet underground. That ain't gonna stop you from avoiding no nuclear strike. Are you kidding me?
He gonna be toasted up.
That shit gonna turn into a microwave.
He didn't even know H2O was water. I got a machine that makes water out of H2O. I'm like, you got a machine that makes water out of water? What are you talking about?
Be a boss of your life.
What?
Dummy.
It was stupid.
So they gonna get awful. He get in there. So
They probably got over on him too.
yeah, they did.
This shit probably
Y'all
ragged
look
as
at
hell.
it, it ain't nowhere near up the par like that. They just play that dude. They got a quick lick.
You think he got his on the same level as Mark Zuckerberg, dude from Facebook.
My bunker gonna have a garage. So
For all my cars.
So if you was to make it through and you was to get out, you gonna be driving a Rolls Royce on melted metal and sand and like how'd you none of that makes sense.
That precept, man, because when you said talking about those people who are prone to sin, they're not going to be able to receive this knowledge. So this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 4, and he said, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in a body that is subject unto sin. And he said, for the Holy Spirit is disciplined and will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding and will not abide when unrighteous coming in. And that's the spirit you got to be in right here in verse 5, is that, you can't have that, all of the things that you've done in the past that are sin against the Heavenly Father, that's going to remove you from the Heavenly Father right there. But once you sin, you're departed from Him. And so that's why in verse 4 it says, into malicious soul, wisdom shall not dwell in the body that's subject unto sin. And that's why a lot of people are blinded from this word, because they're subject, and they're basically a slave to their sin.
They don't have Yahawah to cover their sin.
Yeah.
We all got sins. The difference is we got Yahawah, we believe in Yahawah with our faith. That's going to cover our sin. They don't respect Yahawah. They don't even know Yahawah. They saying Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of them say they don't believe that God. A lot of them they make that excuse, man. Y'all sitting there waiting on God, Daddy.
Also, they don't believe in Jesus no more. They believe in Esau. They think he's going to save them with their money.
With his military. His military coming to mow your butt down. You know what I'm saying?
I think this rich man to give me some money, man. I believe in that.
Carnality.
That's exactly why we always bring out the precept where it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. The only way you have that wisdom is through the knowledge of the scripture and that stability.
That being said, man, I hope it's edifying. We give all praise and glory to
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Qadash.
Kwam Yasharala,
y'all, baby. Hey, stay locked in. Y'all shots cooking on the way, y'all.